Elodie's trying to do these cartwheels in the back garden, and she says to her mum, like, how do these look? And her mum's like, oh, you look amazing, sweetie. And then Elodie's like, oh, she always says that, but I want to look good for the coaches, not for my mum. And then the parent of whose kid was reading it, that kid was like, oh, mum, you always do that. And then the mum was like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know.
Hey, are you ready to open the next cheer chapter? I'm Alison Sack with over 20 years in the cheerleading industry, and somehow I ended up as an author too. I'm here to give it to you straight. No fluff, useful tips, and all the quirks from life on the mats and in the books. Whether you're doing the laundry, driving, or just trying to survive, you're in the right place. So grab your coffee or your jug of water and let's turn the next page.
Okay, friends, we are going to have a chat about the projects that I'm currently working on. So I have started this whole new book kind of journey. It's for the next age group up. So my current published books are these ones, and they are for age like 4-5 to like 8. And then since publishing those, I've had athletes ask me if I would do them for their age group, which would be like 9 to like 12. So they need more of like novel style with like pictures, kind of like graphic novels, but not to the extreme of like being like a comic book. So that's what I'm working on at the moment as a series. So it is called Cheer Diaries, and so far I've mapped out 14 books in this series. So what I mean by mapped out is I have an Excel spreadsheet. Don't cringe. I know, just, you know, leave me be. I have my Excel spreadsheet, and I've chopped and changed it quite a few times. I've probably been working on this for like I don't even know, a while, probably pushing 8 months or something, maybe even longer. I think I might have started this spreadsheet even last year. It's been a while. So I've got my Excel spreadsheet and I put my stuff in there. So I've got 14 books written down on there that's going to be in the series. Now, the first one I actually wrote quite a long time ago, and I've kind of just had to put it on the back burner with quite a few things that were going on. But now I've got back into it. We're on book number 1. I'm about to send the first 3 to my editor, hopefully today, and she can edit those, and then they were going to the illustrator, and then I've already started like formatting the book a little bit, but not anything crazy because I can't do much about the edited bit and the illustrations, but I'm trying to do like what I roughly want on each page kind of layout thing. So they're called cheer chapters. That's where we are. They are called Cheer Diaries, and each book is written from a different character from the same friend group, and they're in a stunt group together. So that's probably a bit of a spoiler. So if you don't want any spoilers, I would not recommend listening to any of these videos, because I'll definitely drop probably more than spoilers than I should do. Anyway, my word vomit. So the first book is written from a character called Elodie, and she is going to team tryouts. She's going to try out for a team. She's not sure if she's going to fit in. She's not sure if it's for her. She's not sure if it's going to be good enough. She's never done anything like it before, and she goes to tryouts. And it's about that journey of like what that feels like for her, how she found out about it. It's about her family, what she does at home, what it's like when she goes, and who her coach is, who she meets, all of those kind of things, who's going to be on her team. I don't want to give you too many spoilers. Well, anyway, that's going to be the first story. So I'm currently working on that. She'll need to work on her confidence and making friends. And her friends are going to be people that are, like I said, in her stunt group. So she finds out who is in her stunt group and who's on her team. She finds out her team name in a really cool way. And then it ends on a high. She ends up happy, right? So the diary is going to be written from her perspective. Each diary after that is written from a different character's perspective. Now, actually, something cool, and it also goes with their journey too, right? So the next one, the book number 2 is about going to cheer camp, and then book number 3 is about having tumble problems and getting over those tumble issues. And it goes on like you're following the team throughout a season through the books. However, each book rotates around the characters, so you're still following a season story, and it still has same characters, maybe new ones are coming in, but it still follows them. So that's kind of how I wanted it to be, so that you get lots of different perspectives, and it can showcase different personalities and things, the same as what's on a team, on any other team that you would be with, right? And I thought it'd be fun too. So for Elodie's diary, she is really cute, she's really sweet, she loves glitter. So I'm thinking I'm going to do her diary style, because each diary from each character, I'm going to try and suit the style, how I make the book look so it suits their character. So yeah, as I said, Elodie's like super cute and sweet, and she loves glitter. She's obsessed. So hers is going to be like lots of like sparkly stuff, glitter, hearts, stars, anything like bows, anything really pretty. And I think her handwriting would be super neat and kind of maybe like swirly. So hers will have lots of like cute notes written throughout and things like that. So that's going to be the vibe of her book. And there's going to be like little bits in there that the kids that are reading can find or do. And also it's going to have like illustrations as well. So like I said, it's got to go to the illustrator soon. I can't send it off just yet because I've got to send it to the editor, but those illustrations will be spread out, and it's kind of told like a story but from a diary point of view. And the reason I did it like that was because I was asking my current athletes and some old ones I used to coach as well in my little mascot group, and what they would like in that age group, and they asked, and half said diary, half said story. So half like the diary style form with like the lines and the handwriting, and half like proper story typed form. So I thought I would like mush them both together and see if I can like combine it. So that's going to be interesting to see how that comes out. And what was the other thing I really wanted to tell you? Oh, I have actually sent the first one with Elodie for team tryouts to some athletes to read already before I sent it to the editor, because I didn't want to, even though there's like a ton of mistakes in it, like honestly, there'd be so many mistakes in it, like grammar and spelling and stuff, but I didn't want to send it to the editor before giving it to somebody that's in that demographic to give me feedback, because I might have to change it, because this is the first time I've ever done this type of book before, and I don't know if the structure's right. I didn't know if I put too much emotion in it. There's quite a lot of like talking about like feelings and things in the book, so, and there's quite a lot of humor and things like that as well, so I didn't know really if it's the right type of thing. So I wanted parents to read it and kids to read it so they can give me feedback. So the first feedback that I got was one kid couldn't pronounce the coach's name. So a change I've made is the coach's name. So the coach's name is Coach London, but I spelt it Londyn, like Landon, but London. Anyway, they couldn't read it and they were struggling with the book, and I didn't want other kids to struggle with the name, so I just thought, you know what, I just want to make it enjoyable for kids. I don't want them to pick it up and think, ugh, like, I can't read that word. So I changed it to literally Coach London. And the other feedback was none for changes, but a parent messaged me saying that there's a bit in the beginning of the book where like Elodie's trying to do these cartwheels in the back garden, and she says to her mum, like, how do these look? And her mum's like, oh, you look amazing, sweetie. And then Elodie's like, oh, she always says that, but I want to look good for the coaches, not for my mum. And then the parent of whose kid was reading it, that kid was like, oh, mum, you always do that. And then the mum was like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know like that I do that, but it's nice that she can relate to it. And there's a bit in there where Elodie goes to do tryouts and she's doing the choreography, and she like hits herself in the face, she does the wrong arm, wrong leg, and that kid that was reading the book, her mum said she was cracking up because she said it reminded her of somebody on her team. And then the other feedback was that like kids were just snorting out loud, like snort laughing, and they found it relatable and that they loved the book and they wanted the next one. So that was amazing feedback to have from that age group. especially from literally a Word document. There's just boring written text, no pictures, no drawings, no fluff, nothing cute about it. And the fact that one of them actually read the whole book beginning to end, and it took them an hour and a half, and she's 8. I think that's crazy. Like, her mum said she just could not put it down. Normally she would read a chapter, but she just couldn't put it down, and she wanted the next one. So that feedback is truly valued and absolutely phenomenal. So I am excited to get started with doing the formatting and all of these like cute things that I want to put in the book for Elodie, and all of her cute like little like scribbles and doodles and drawings, and get the designs going to my illustrator. At this point, I'm not really too sure what I want the actual covers to look like. I'm struggling a little bit with my, not imagination, but like the creativity of how I want the books to look, because they're always going to be consistent, as in like where the logo is, the fact that they're called Cheer Diaries, but each book will have a different title and written by a different character. So I want that to be on there with a different photo, and then they'll have a different color for the cover too. So yeah, I might work on that this weekend and start fiddling about with like how the cover's going to look and the fonts and that kind of stuff, and hopefully I can get the edits back soon and send off with illustrations. So I don't know how long realistically. I hoped that I would have these 3 books out before Christmas. I don't even know, like, when this video that I'm recording right now, as in today, it will probably be published in, so we've got 7 weeks time from now. I don't know. No, is that right? Yeah, 7 weeks time from now, this podcast, blog, YouTube video will be out there. I don't know if the Cheer Diaries will be published by then. I hope so. Maybe you should check in and see. I hope they're out by now, but it is quite a lot of work getting these illustrations done, and then formatting and so on and so forth, and launching and all those things. So I hope they do. Fingers crossed, the kids will be happy. Ideally, I would have got them done before Christmas, but who knows? And yeah, that's just where I'm up to with the next books. But thanks for watching, and hopefully they'll be out. You have to let me know. See ya.
Thanks for sticking with me until the end of this chapter. I hope you found something useful, or at the very least cracked a smile. If you want some more, dive into more episodes, grab one of my books or a freebie at thecheerleaderbookclub.com. Hit me up on socials at the Cheerleader Book Club, and if you have a wild topic you want to hear my take on, send it over. No, really, thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate you. And on that note, I will look forward to seeing you in the next Cheer chapter.